Hello, Hawkeye fans, and welcome to the Prospect Podcast here on HawkFanatic.com. We are recording on Friday, June the 9th, a little after 1 p.m. Central Time. I am your host, Rob Howe, joined by Aidan Hall, linebacker from Harlan High School, two-time defending state champion, Harlan.
Yup, how we doing?
Doing great. How
So
are
what?
you?
I'm
How are you
good.
feeling, man? You're going to be here in 2 days. What are the emotions?
A little bit of nerves, a little bit of excitement though. I'm ready to go. I've been dealing with like a little hamstring injury, but I would say I would say I'm like 95%. So I'm feeling pretty good going in.
How'd you hurt the hammy?
Track.
As it was it kind of lingering during the season, or did it
Yeah.
happen
So
late?
so in the middle of the season, I tweaked it, took like a couple weeks off, and then I tried to come back for state, and then I tweaked it again. So yeah, it's been pretty unfortunate, but I'm hanging in there. So
Yeah, that can be nagging for sure. Does
yeah,
it
definitely.
seem? I know some of the other guys said it seems kind of surreal that you work for this goal your whole life, and now you're about to start a really important phase.
Yeah, that's exactly how I feel. Like it's the time has gone crazy, like quick, you know, and we're going in 2 days. So yeah, it's definitely a very surreal feeling. It's kind of weird, but I'm excited. So
Who are you going to room with?
Zach Lummer, he's my roommate from Central Line.
Do you guys know each other? Did you not know each other till you started recruiting? What's kind of your background with him?
And yeah, I guess we met, yeah, like on our official visit this past summer. And then, we talk like every day now. So, I'm looking forward to it. So he's a great athlete too.
Yeah, you guys had similar paths in your
We
high
did.
school careers.
Yeah, for sure.
What's it like? I talked to Zach Ortworth this morning for a podcast and Trevor Lauk yesterday, and they're out of state guys. What's it like being an in-state guy going to the University of Iowa?
Yeah, it's definitely a little different. Um, you know, you kind of see you kind of see how big, Iowa football is, living in the state. And so I feel like it means more, to an in-state kid, going in. Because most of the in-state kids were Hawk fans their whole lives, including me. So yeah, it feels great to, be an in-state kid and go play for the Hawks.
Yeah, and get to represent your town. I'm
Mhm.
sure it's pretty
For
cool for
sure.
Harlan, right?
Yeah, definitely. For sure.
What type of feedback have you gotten from people around town? Just a lot of well wishes and good luck and
Yep.
rooting for you and all that stuff.
Yeah, just a lot of that stuff. They're excited for me. They want me to do well. So hopefully I can, make them proud. So
You got to know a lot of Iowa State fans too, don't you?
I do.
How do you handle those folks?
I don't know. There's a lot of them though. Yeah, you'd be surprised. There's a lot.
Especially from where you are, right? There's
Oh
more
yeah,
out
for
that
sure.
way.
Oh yeah. There's a lot of farmers too, surprisingly. Um, but yeah, I mean, I just I try not to listen to their opinions too much. My
Uh,
uncle, my uncle likes to give me a lot of crap because he's an Iowa State fan. Um, but he said he's going to convert to an Iowa fan.
nice.
Yeah.
Have you bought him any gear yet?
No, not yet. I will. I need to.
Need to get it for that before that game in Ames in
Yeah, for
September.
sure. Yeah.
So we like to allow the Iowa fans a chance to get to know a little bit about you and kind of how you've come to this point. Um, Growing up, in Harlan, very proud athletic tradition in your town. Were you an all sport athlete throughout your whole life?
So I would say up until my freshman year, I played baseball, track, football, and basketball. And then right before my freshman year, I quit baseball. And then I did basketball, football, and track till my junior year, and then I dropped basketball my senior year. I was just trying to get healthy. I was pretty banged up after the football season. Yeah, I was just trying to get banged up or trying to get healed up, and then just get healthy for track. But yeah, track was one of the biggest reasons I stayed. My senior year because I really contemplated going early. Um, but yeah, I mean the track season didn't go to plan, I would say. but I still feel like I made the right decision, just being able to spend, that last semester with, my boys before I go off.
You go to grad parties, go through
Right.
graduation. And that had to be pretty special. I mean, can't take things like that for granted.
Right. You only get it once in your life, so I mean, yeah. And we really didn't have that many guys go early in this class, but
Yeah, it's yeah, that I did notice that, not as much as some of the previous years, but
was it like Watts and
um I'm trying to remember who came.
Terrell?
Terrell, and he was a late addition to the class.
Mhm. He was a
Um,
good pickup
yeah, definitely.
for sure.
Um, when did you realize that you could play football at this level?
I would say after my sophomore year. Like that's when I kind of like, because like I used to be all basketball, like want to play college basketball, like all that. And then my sophomore year, I had a really good year. Started to get some interest from some Division I schools. So I was like, okay, like I think I can play at this level. And then I just continued to work hard, and then had a good junior season, and then turned out to get some offers. So yeah, it turned out well for me. So.
Take the folks through your recruiting process a little bit, the schools that kind of were there initially and kind of how it progressed to the point where you got the Iowa offer and decided to be a Hawkeye.
Well, yeah, it started out, a lot of FCS schools. I think I had like 10 FCS offers or something. And then, yeah, Iowa started, pick up a little more interest, as I could kind of tell. And then they offered Zach like a week before me. And I was like, that's when I kind of like knew, because like Coach Woods was like, he's like, hey, don't worry, like we got you, just sit tight. So then a week later, they offered me. It was actually kind of funny. It was the day after I like blew out my hamstring.
Mm.
Um, so yeah, that kind of picked me up a little bit. But then yeah, Minnesota offered a couple days later. Um, I wanted to check out their campus, just to, see what it was like. But I was already kind of set on Iowa, like from the start. Like if they were gonna offer, I was gonna commit. Um, and then they did. So yeah, I committed like a week later after they offered. But yeah, the recruiting process is it's pretty stressful. A lot of phone calls every night. I mean, I hated it personally, so I just kind of wanted to get it over with. So yeah,
Yeah, it's kind of one thing to grow up a fan of a particular program or a school as you did for Iowa. But
yeah.
then when you go through the recruiting process, it's real, right? You got to find out if that's really where you
Right.
want to be. What was it that you saw during the process that gave you the confidence that that was the right place for you?
Oh yeah, I would say, the coaches, especially like the defensive coaches, they're just so elite at what they do. Coach Parker, Coach Wallace, they're just two really great coaches, and they're not going anywhere. You see a lot nowadays. A lot of coaches are moving around, making a lot of changes. But yeah, it's a stable program, and they continue to have a dominant defense year in and year out. So I was like, I feel like I'd be dumb not to go play for Iowa.
Was it linebacker right away that they saw you at, or was it up in the air more?
Yeah, it was linebacker. Yeah, for sure linebacker. But I would say now, like I don't even know. I couldn't even tell you what position I'm gonna play. But I was talking to Coach Woods the other day, and he was saying they might start me out at safety and kind of develop me there for like a year or two, and then just kind of depends how big I get, or what they see with me. I could end up moving down to linebacker. So yeah, we'll just kind of have to see how that plays out. And he did mention a wide receiver. He's like, I mean, he mentioned it, but he's like, we'll put you wherever we see best. So I'm not really too worried about it. I'm just gonna go in and control the things that I can control, and hopefully it turns out for the best.
Yeah, and they have the cash position too, which is a nice
Yeah,
kind of hybrid that,
hybrid.
yeah.
I think yeah, I could excel there, but who knows?
Yeah, because Cooper kind of went there and then ended up at corner because of, just the way
Yeah.
things shake out. But it sounds like you have versatility, and that kind of
Yeah.
it kind of opens a lot of doors for you.
Like Coach Wallace, he told me, so Josie Jewell, when he came in, I'm already bigger than him when he came in, and I'm also faster. And I would be the fastest linebacker that they've ever had. So I mean, who knows? I mean,
What is your height and weight right now?
I would say I'm like just under 6'2", like it's close, and then probably 200. So I think I
Did,
can get to like 240, like
did,
easy.
did your weight vary because of track? A lot of
A
guys
little
drop
bit.
a little weight.
I dropped like 5 pounds. Like I was sitting around 195, so not too bad. But I was also hurt, so I didn't get to run, like as much. I wasn't killing myself as some of the other guys. I was just trying to get healthy. Like this past like 2 months, I've been going to physical therapy literally every day just to try and get back. And I'm making pretty good progress. So
You feel like you'll be able to hit the ground running when you get here?
yeah, I think
Literally?
so. Yeah, I think so. I mean, we're doing footwork yesterday, a little bit of running. I didn't really have any problems. One-legged jumps, just a bunch of plyometrics, and I'm feeling good. So I'm hyped.
Do you have a preference? I mean, do you see yourself more as a defensive player than offensive player? I mean, you played quarterback, so
Um,
obviously you understand offense, and that probably aids you when you're
you
playing
say
defense.
quarterback?
Yeah.
I did not play quarterback.
Oh, I got you and Zach mixed
Yeah,
up.
you got me and Zach mixed. I was gonna say I played tailback, tight end, receiver on offense.
So you have an
Yeah, yeah,
experience at a lot of
yeah.
different positions that
But
probably
like,
help you while you're playing defense as well.
if I'm being honest, I would want to play offense just because I don't know. I don't know. It's just something in me. But like, I'm perfectly fine with playing defense. Like, no like doubt in my mind. Like, I would go play defense for Coach Parker in a heartbeat. Um, so yeah, whichever. I don't. Yeah.
Yeah, I apologize for calling you a quarterback. That's that
No,
was
you're
an
good.
that was an insult. You're too tough to be a quarterback.
I would. They tried. Like, I think it was like sophomore year. Like after like COVID, they came in because my brother played quarterback, but he wasn't like near like the athlete that I was. So they tried it out, and it took them like 2 days. They were like, "Nah, because I can't throw." But
All right. We're gonna get to know Aiden a little bit more here on the other side of this break, but we do need to pay some bills here, folks. So I want to let you know that support for this podcast comes from Systems Unlimited, celebrating 50 years of providing services to people living with disabilities and mental health needs throughout East Central Iowa. A list of their services and upcoming events can be found at sui.org. That is su.i.org. Thank you to Systems Unlimited for supporting the podcast and the great work that they're doing in our part of the state. I'm going to hear from a few more sponsors now, and Aidan and I will be back on the other side to talk some more. Hang in there. And we are back here on the Hawk Fanatic Prospect Podcast. Appreciate you guys hanging in there. Appreciate all of the sponsors of the podcast. Um, so the most of the guys that I've talked to in this class say you guys have gotten pretty close through the group text and that stuff. How do you feel? How would you characterize the relationship with you guys coming in this 23 class?
I would say, yeah, we're all pretty close. Like literally, the chat is going off all day. Like just someone saying something like, but yeah, I would say we're pretty close. But I would say the closer guys are a lot of the guys that went on the official. I would say those guys, and then we got a lot of more commits, after that. But I would say they're fitting in well, and we should have some good chemistry coming in. So
I got some really good feedback, Aiden, from that official visit weekend that people really said that was like the final, okay, I made the right choice. These are the guys I want to be with. What was your experience like?
yeah, it was really fun. It was probably a top 2 weekend of my life. It was I don't know. It was just really fun, getting to meet all the guys. They're like, yeah, those guys, that were there, this they kind of they're just different. I feel like we're like minded, and we're all different, but we're like minded. Um, but yeah, it just kind of shows the type of program that we have. And I think we can build something special with this class. And that weekend, coming in and getting to meet everybody, just kind of really it speaks for itself. And yeah, it was just a really good time. So
That's interesting too, that you guys come from different areas of the country, different backgrounds,
yeah,
but it seems like you guys have the same goals in mind and how to
mhm,
get there, what
for
it
sure.
takes to get there.
Yeah, I agree.
And what does it take to get there? What is it going to take for you guys to achieve what you want to achieve when you get here?
We got to be the hardest workers, we got to be in the film room, I mean, I'm not sure how it's going to go exactly. But, we just got to, put in a lot of hours and, really try and, set the bar very high, set high expectations. And, I think, if we do those things, we can, achieve something special. Um, so, yeah, and I really do believe that.
What's your mindset coming in here? I know guys come in and go, oh, well, it's pretty much laid out that they're going to red shirt. You seem like a guy that could get on the field right away.
Coach Woods told me, he's like, don't come in timid. And, that's kind of what I've been thinking about. I'm not going to come in timid. I'm just going to come out, play my game, pray I stay healthy. Hopefully my hamstring, does well. Um, but yeah, just hit the weights hard, try and like, stand out, and be like a hard worker, that stands out from everybody else. Um, and, just do what I'm told. Hopefully, try and learn the playbook as best I can. It's going to be a little tough that freshman year, but um, hopefully I'll be able to get it down. And yeah, hopefully I can, see some time on the field because, Coach Woods was telling me, he's like, there is some spots on the special teams that are going to be open, like, and you need to try and get on them. So that's my goal. And then, obviously get on the field, on the defensive side. So
You've mentioned Coach Woods throughout the podcast and referenced him. It sounds like you guys have a good relationship. What's that connection like, and how has it grown over time?
Well, yeah, he recruits, this side of the state, where I'm from. Um, but yeah, he's a great guy. He's kind of set, the tone with me, when showing me to the rest of the staff to, convince them that like I am the guy that they need. So yeah, I really appreciate him, all that he's done for me. Um, he's kind of just led me through the whole way. And, I look forward to, building that connection even further. And yeah, I'm excited.
Kind of cool that he's also an in-state guy that played here
Yep.
and
Yeah, he
from
was.
West Lyon, and
Yep.
kind of have that connection as well.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. So yeah, that definitely helps because he gets it. He knows, what it's like. So
What kind of coming in here, what do you feel like are the strengths of what you do on the field, and what areas do you feel like okay, when I get there and I can focus just on one sport, I've got the high end nutrition and weight training, what you can do?
what can I do? I would say, biggest thing that, that sticks out for me is, just my speed. I think I'm one of, if not the fastest guy in this class. And, so that stands out for me. I'm not afraid to like hit people either. I don't really care. Like I'll go do it. Um, you know, trying to think of some of my other strengths. Um,
You
I don't
feel
know.
like you know the game pretty well, playing so many
Yeah, I would say
positions?
so. So one of my buddies, Will McLaughlin at
Yeah.
Iowa State, he said, our defense kind of translated, pretty well to the college level, like our high school defense. So, I feel like I understand that pretty well. So, that should help me out. But yeah, I feel like my IQ is, pretty high. Um, so yeah.
And what is it like to, that you feel like you'll need to work on? Is it just, maturation and doing what you can in the weight room?
I would say, yeah, the biggest thing, like I said earlier, I think I can throw on 40 pounds easily because like my brother's 250 and like he's like a jack 250.
Mhm.
So yeah, I think I can throw on 40 pounds easy. And then, I think part of it is, just understanding, the playbook. I think that could, set me apart. Because a lot of guys, the thing that holds them back is they just don't know the playbook. So I think once I get that, that should really help me out. I don't know a position, but yeah, we'll just have to see. And I think things will turn out well.
Yeah, you'll get into some strength and conditioning here right away
Yeah.
during during the summer. So, but you guys are used to that. Like to let people get a chance to know you a little bit off the field as well. With some questions about your interests and things like that. Uh, obviously sports are a big part of your life, but what do you
Yeah.
do to kind of get away from, when you're not basketball? Well, you gave up basketball after your
Yeah.
junior year, but when you're not working out or running track or things like that.
I would say a big thing is video games, just to wind down. I would say that would be a pretty common, thing for a lot of us guys. But yeah, video games for sure.
What games you
Just
like?
play 2K, a little bit of Call of Duty. That's what I'm playing right now. A little bit of GTA here and there. I don't know, there's a lot. But yeah, other than that, just hanging out with, some of my boys. Like I'll probably do something with them tonight. It's one of my last nights back, so I mean, we'll see. Um, but yeah, not a whole lot. I mean, I don't have a lot of free time as it is, but
What's
so
Harlan like? What's the town like? What are the people like there? How would you describe your town to folks?
the town is boring, but the people are great. I'm just gonna be honest. The town is boring. It's a small town. I mean, it's just another Iowa town, like 5,000 people. Not even, I don't think. Um,
You got stoplights though.
we have one stoplight.
Okay, well, you got one
One
stoplight.
one stoplight. We got like our only fast food is Burger King. So I
That's
mean,
interesting. You don't
we
see that a lot. A lot of times, if it's one, it's like Hardee's or
yeah,
McDonald's.
yeah. But like usually in my free time, like Omaha's like an hour away. So I'll just drive down there and you'll find something to do. Uh, but
How about like food? You have to like to eat. You're a
I do.
growing man.
Definitely Alfredo for sure. Like I got some upstairs for me right after this. Um, and then orange chicken is good with rice. I'm a big hibachi guy. You like hibachi?
I do.
Hibachi's good. Steak, burgers, basically everything. I mean, I'm kind of picky with some stuff, but I would say I like a good majority of foods.
You get a lot of good choices here in Iowa City, away
We
from
do.
training table.
We do. Yeah. We got the black card too. So hopefully there's some good restaurants on there.
Yeah, I was talking to Trevor Lauk yesterday, and then with Zach Ortworth this morning, and they both said chicken wings are their favorite food, and they're gonna. I
Chicken
was
wing.
like, you guys should get together and go to Buffalo Wild Wings. There's one right downtown here in Iowa City.
Yeah, I do like Buffalo Wild Wings. On Thursday, it's like buy one get one or something.
Yeah, anymore with the inflation prices, you need deals like that.
Yeah, you do. You have to.
What I don't think I asked you or looked at your bio. What are did we talk about your major?
I'm business.
Okay. What
Yeah, we didn't talk about it, but yeah,
yeah,
I'm
I didn't think so. What led you to that?
um well, I was gonna go sports rec. But then, like literally just as a few days ago when I had my orientation meeting, I decided to switch it up just because, business, like I'm not really sure what I want to do yet.
Hmm.
Business is a pretty broad major, I would say, with, a lot of opportunities. I could go a bunch of different directions. So yeah, I just decided to go business. And, I have like my family has a pretty heavy business background, so that helps.
What do they do?
My dad sells seed.
Cool.
So he runs his own business. My sister is a business major at Iowa State. I don't know why she's at Iowa State. Um, I don't know who
That's
she.
going to make at least one Saturday in the fall very interesting.
Yeah, definitely. She better cheer for me. But yeah, and then my other brother, he does stuff with farmers too, like on the business side up by Des Moines.
Cool. Entertainment, books, movies, TV, music. What do you roll with in those areas?
Music, I'm a big rap guy. I hate country. Like you'd think since I live like small town Iowa,
The
I
interesting thing of that, not to interrupt, but again, I just was on with Zach, who lives in St. Louis, who says he
yeah,
just listens to country music. He's in the
really?
city listening to country music. You're in the country listening to rap music.
I'm gonna have to, make a change for him. Hopefully put him on some of my music. Um, but yeah, movies. Wolf of Wall Street. Definitely, it's probably a
Good
top.
choice.
Yep. Star Wars is good. Um, Trying to think what else.
You're a Netflix guy and that type of stuff.
Yeah, like Breaking Bad and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Breaking Bad's a good one. I mean, I don't really watch like a lot of TV, but yeah.
And then lastly, I'd like to give you guys a little opportunity to say what you'd like to say to Iowa fans before you get here, kind of whatever your goals are, what you plan to bring to the program, what you want to, what they can expect from you when you get here to play for their program.
Yeah,
Floor
they
is
can
yours.
they can, expect, a hardworking guy who's going to come in, nose down. I'm going to set high expectations for myself and, hopefully I can achieve those. And, hopefully I can, be a player that's, a household name in the state of Iowa. And then hopefully, go to the NFL. That's one of my long-term goals, but then also, bring either a Big Ten championship or a national championship to the University of Iowa. So yeah, just know that's what you're getting from me and go Hogs.
Yes, that will be well received. I know everybody's
Yeah.
wanting big things here, and the program's in good shape. And with this 23 class, including Aidan Hall from Harlan, going to have good things here in the future as we move into the new Big Ten with expanded
Yeah.
football and scheduling and all that good stuff.
USC next year.
You guys go to USC and
Yeah.
Ohio State next year,
Yeah,
so
that'll be fun. That'll be fun.
definitely. But I have not been to USC. I have been to Ohio State, and great stadium.
Are
Great.
you gonna go? Are you gonna go to USC?
I probably will. I'll probably go to those games.
Might as well.
Yeah. Why not?
Just another excuse to get to California.
Go out and see. I was there for the Holiday Bowl when Iowa put a whooping on
Oh
the
yeah.
Trojans in
Yep.
2019. So
There you go.
maybe a repeat of that. But
Repeat. Yep.
Aiden, we really appreciate your time, man. Look forward to seeing you when you get here. I'll probably see you on Media Day. That'll
Yeah.
be my first chance to see you. But have a great summer. And
Thank you.
thanks for joining the show.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Hawkeye fans, for listening. We'll be back soon with another Prospect podcast.